Welcome back to another episode of Miztatainment, guys. Today we've got a very, very important episode. We're talking about men's mental health. November's just finished, and we thought we'd do an episode on men's mental health. Bit of a serious thing. I know we're a bit jokers sometimes in that, but this one's going to be a serious topic. Boys,
Guys, if you like the video, give it a quick like, thumbs up, and subscribe like always. Hope everyone's all right. Richie, my man, what's happening?
What's happening, boys?
What's going on, boys?
Oh, not much, bro. How you going?
Who's ever gone through depression here?
Nah, I wouldn't call it depression. Nah.
What would you call it?
Oh, bro, men have some inner thoughts, but I wouldn't call it depression. I don't know what depression is, to be honest. There's guys out there a lot worse off than everybody else. So I actually wouldn't know.
You do believe that mental health is real?
Yeah, I do, man. I actually do. I also believe that men that do go through depression don't realize they're going through depression. So I wouldn't know, to be honest.
To not go through it, you probably have to believe that it doesn't exist. Could that be one factor, or is that just more you're trying to just put it aside?
Bro, look. You can put a label on anything. At the end of the day, a day in a man's life is not fun and games.
It's pretty depressing.
It's you can't call it depressing, bro. Like everything a man goes through, at the end of the day, when he goes home, back to his family, back to his kids, bro, he forgets his whole day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Some don't.
No, some don't.
The pressure gets to them.
Yeah, some don't. And those who don't probably don't have that type of support, mates around them that are going to be kind of, supportive or, like-minded friends, like, I don't know. I believe guys need to have a group of mates to get that breather away from life.
Yeah, that's true. I think you need a brotherhood. You need some sort of brotherhood, very close mates, where if you're going down, he'll lift you back up.
Yeah, absolutely.
You always hear this, and you stay more happier.
Your mates always got their hands extended,
Yeah, of course.
When they see you,
true mates.
The thing is with true mates, they're always honest with you. They'll tell you to snap out of it. They'll slap you in the head.
Yeah.
Until you wake up to yourself.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. It's a wake up.
100%.
100%.
You know what I mean? So they pull you out of it. They really do. So.
What about you, Richie? You've gone through any depression stages or depressing stages? Nothing in your life?
When I was young, like what you guys are saying, I never really knew what that shit was, like anxiety, all of that stuff. But then there was a point in my life, like recently, that I started to feel down. So I got like a bad health issue.
You want to open up about it, or?
Yeah, I don't mind. Yeah.
Go for it. How long ago?
So I've had this. I've had
this
issue all my life. But my choices was like what got me to this point. So I got gout, but I got another arthritis that affects my joints. And if you can see my hands here, it's all fucked. My knees are fucked, and also my feet. So I don't work anymore. I've worked all my life, and now I don't work anymore.
How long has it been?
Now I think it's 3.5 years now. The first year of when I finally got bad, I was, you were.
Yeah, but what led to that? What led to the big gout attack? How did it spread? Tell us a little bit about this, man.
Well, gout, it's like an acid thing, right? Like it's if you got
high uric acid.
Yeah, if you got high uric acid in you, it can lead to like problems in your joints. Mm-hmm. And to the point that I never gave a shit about it. I used to just fuck if I got a gout attack, I still went to work. I didn't care, and I wasn't like taking care of it. Like I never used to go to the doctors or anything like that. Like I might stay home for a couple of days, and then when it's starting to feel okay, I used to go to work. But I didn't know that it was actually starting to fuck up my joints. Like stuff my joints up. Until I think in 2021, I had a bad gout attack and I just never got better. I was very legit for I think maybe nearly 10 nearly close to a year.
It was about a year.
I was like, I didn't see anyone. As is, he can vouch for that for me. I barely saw him. Like I never left my room. That's how bad I got. I was like bedridden from my girl, and so thoughts came in my head. Obviously, like like, fuck, is this it? Like, this is shit? Like, I'd rather fucking be dead. In some, like, not dead, like, I'd rather, like, if it takes me, it takes me. I don't care anymore. So I was in like that. And when I first got it, I remember I didn't even speak to you as for like 2 weeks. I was ignoring calls. But one thing that helped me was your brothers. So even though I was going through that stuff, that stage, like those thinking, once I reached out to my mates, like my mate as here, that was completely gone. Even though I was still suffering, but my mindset was better. Like I wasn't thinking like that anymore.
Yeah.
So yeah, I went through that, and yeah, so now like I'm starting to get a little bit better now. Like I'm more up and about now, but yeah, there's still struggles, and there's still things that come in my mind. Like I want to go back into get back into normal routine of my life. So it does still, like, it comes up still sometimes. Like you start to not. I'm like you guys. I don't feel like it's depression. I just sometimes, like, thoughts come in your head. It depends how you deal with it.
Yeah, you go on a bit of a downer.
Yeah, like you get down.
Yeah, how long is this going to be like this for? I need to fucking do something.
Yeah,
it needs to be like yeah.
I went from working from the age of 17 to fucking bedridden. Like, of course it might take a toll on your mind. But like I said, like the people around me, like my family, but also like my mates, it helped me to get out of that thing, because I was bad. I think Az came to see me one time, and I was making excuses not for him to not come. And also when I did, like, hey, you saw me, bro. Like I was,
He was in a walker.
I was in a walker.
Oh yeah.
He couldn't walk like at all.
Fuck man.
Yeah, so
Fuck, you've come a long way since then, bro.
yeah, so it's been like now obviously now, like, I wish I had the same mindset I did before all of this happened. Maybe I would have saved a lot of like this time that I wasted.
Yep.
But yeah, I didn't really. I like the mindset whole thing with that whole having the mental health stuff. Yeah, it is true. Like you do get down. Depends if you keep on thinking about it and you stay in that same rut.
Yep.
Like that's how I feel like it is. Like I don't make excuses for what I like. Oh, look at me, poor me. Nah.
What did you think of your lowest point?
My lowest point was, bro, like I remember this day. It was I think it was a grand final day. It was NRL. I think it was Penrith, but I think it was Penrith versus Parramatta.
Yeah,
What year was that?
That was 21, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, 21. So that day, I hadn't like, I was bad. I won't get into like, I was like, I hadn't seen my I only seen my mum, but I hadn't even seen my dad, bro. My dad lived in the same house, and I hadn't seen him for ages because I just never went. I seen my family, but I didn't even have a chat with him. And I remember that day, I was like the pain that I was going through that day was like, I wouldn't wish it on my enemy. And I remember those thoughts in my head. It was like, that was like I was saying before. I was like, bro, if this takes me, like if I don't wake up in the morning, I honestly don't care. Cause I want to be free. This pain is too much now. So that's what like at that time, yeah, I feel like that was the worst of it. Even though I still had like my mates and all of that around me, like you still fall into those mindsets, bro. Like,
yeah.
like that's like feeling down and shit like that. Because you weren't this person before, but also like it's no one else's fault but mine.
Yeah. Well, I guess when you start to realize that, like, this is a situation where no one can actually save you, bro. You got to do things for yourself. You got to start making choices that are going to actually fix the issue.
Yeah.
You know, when it's in your hands and it's in your control, you can't keep thinking about what you did wrong and how you got here. You know, you can't live in the past.
Yeah.
The future is more important than the past now. The
Exactly.
past is the past. So you've got to start thinking about decisions that you're making now that's going to make your future better. You know what I mean?
And
So
also too, I if anyone like my brother, like me and my brother were tight, but we're never like that lovey-dovey,
Yeah.
that stuff like that. But I remember he honestly, before I went into the hospital, I finally needed I wasn't even thinking like that at the time. My brother put me in that mindset, like brother, what's wrong with you? Like, are you gonna stay like this? Like, bro, I was walking to the kitchen and Dad was crying.
Yeah.
You know, like
that's tough.
so, and he sent me a long essay, like just like a little message, a long message, and saying like, bro, get up, do something about it, like, or like you're just gonna stay like this. Like,
100%.
And he said like you were always like you were never home, like you're always out with your mates or you're doing something. Like don't you want that life back?
You see, that's why it's important not to isolate yourself.
Yeah.
You know, if you isolate yourself and start ignoring phone calls, ignoring messages and whatever, people that actually care about you can't get through to you.
100%.
You know what I mean?
100%. And I'll say that because, you know, like it's for me, this is not like this is something I can't hide physically. So I'm embarrassed. Like sometimes I was embarrassed from this, like my hands and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So like that wasn't the point. It was just I remember, like I don't know how long it was, bro. Like it was a couple of days or like a week or so. Hey, I think I ignored your calls, and it was not because I didn't want to talk to you. I was.
You just couldn't talk to no one.
My
You
mental
couldn't be bothered for nothing.
My head wasn't right. I've never been like this before, you know. So, but I remember, bro. Once I picked up that phone, like Az called me again, I felt so much better, bro.
Yeah, bro. Of
Like
course.
even though I wasn't even like he would check up, what's wrong with you, blah blah blah. But I wasn't thinking about my problems. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like if you isolate yourself, you don't answer phone calls from your mates or your family. You know, you got no one to blame but yourself if you're going through that mindset.
100%, bro. You know, the best thing you can do in that situation is explain to your mates around you, okay, this is what's required from me to get better. I got to stay away from this. I got to stay off this. I got to keep this. I got to keep taking this medication, whatever. If you explain as much as you can to the people around you, then you have their support, and they'll constantly be reminders for you.
Yeah.
It's like your mates that's trying to quit smoking or trying to quit a substance, a habit, where, you know, when they see him going for it, they grab him. Hey, bro, what are you doing, cuz? Come on, man. You know that's not good for you. You got to fucking fix that, bro. Do you want to stay in this situation?
Yeah.
You'll have that support as well. And sometimes you need that, like, that direct, blunt, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like you need it, bro. You know, what the fuck are you
100
doing, bro? Wake up to yourself. Don't do this shit, bro. You don't need it, you know?
Yeah, I can vouch for that too, bro. Like I wouldn't say like I was the best person too. Like I had people tell me what to do. This guy's one of them.
Yeah.
Like, bro, do this, do that. But like, you know, when sometimes like I blame myself for all these times I was in this pain because like I didn't listen to anyone. I wouldn't even say it's stubborn. It's just laziness, bro.
Yeah.
And I that's where I got to a point that like I didn't care for people anymore. Like I didn't care for like I still love my mates and all of that stuff, but like I was just like making up bullshit, like you know making up excuses, you know like you ask me about something, bro, and I can 100% I'll make up an excuse for it.
Yeah.
Because I was starting to get good at it. But at the same time, bro, like what helped me with my mindset, bro, was just reaching out, bro.
Yeah.
And just talking to whether it was about my health or whether it was about anything. That it took me away from that place that I was, bro.
Yeah.
You know?
But that's the thing. You can't keep, you can't be so hard on yourself either, bro, because see, here's the problem. This is how people go into that state. They become so hard on themselves, and men are their own worst critics. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, if you've done something that you're not, you know, that's affected you in a negative way, or you're not proud of, then you're gonna actually be the harshest critic on yourself, right? So you're gonna be the last one to forgive yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So in the end, so what happens is you put yourself in that state. You're so harsh on yourself. You're like, fuck. But bro, if you knew that you were going to end up in this situation, you wouldn't have done it. You wouldn't have done it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You wouldn't have, you know, indulged or whatever you did, you know, to get yourself to that extent. You didn't know how severe it could get.
Yeah. Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So you can't be so harsh on yourself because you're not to know, bro. Like at the end of the day, in some sort of way, it's also like, you know, you were oblivious to it. You didn't realize that it could get you to this situation.
But how many mates stuck by you, and how many didn't? You don't have to name anyone. But did that make a bit of a point as well? Who's there? Who's not? How many people tried visiting you? How many people just done the runner if you didn't call back? Was that a bit of a realization
Yeah,
as well? Who's
of
sticking
course,
by you? Who cares for you? Who doesn't?
Of course, I was a person that was very like, I used to make an effort for people. So when it was my, like, not saying my turn, but when it came to myself, I saw people who was real. You know, I used to have a bunch of mates, which I still do. They're all my mates still, but I only got I can count on my one hand. Sorry, how many mates, like true boys I have. You know.
Yeah, like Rich is missing today, bro. Let's ring him, check up on him.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
that
He's
you know,
always
like,
here, bro.
I used,
Where
I,
is
used,
he?
I used to even drive to people's houses, you know, like and go and see them and go and do shit with them and that, you know. That was another thing that, like, I was a bit down at, you know, like fuck, you know, I used to do a lot for people, and maybe they didn't know. I don't know, but you know, fuck, you know, you wish like sometimes like you or just to get a phone call, bro, you know.
Yeah.
Like to be honest, like there was sober. I only had like two or three people that used to call.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So
You see, I'm the type that makes excuses for people.
yeah.
You know, I'll maybe they're busy, bro.
Yeah,
It's all good. You know,
that's like
fucking-
what life does, like
life
that.
gets
Yeah,
the best of
yeah,
you sometimes,
100%.
and you get sidetracked or whatever. But you're right. I mean, the truth is, the ones that care will actually make an effort.
yeah.
That's the truth. That's
100%.
that's 100% the truth.
Yeah, that's who you know who stands by
Take
you,
the
man.
positives out of it too, bro.
Yeah, 100%. Like, listen, like I said, do I like have anything? No, I don't. Like, at the end of the day, like I know who stands with me, and like you said, life got busy. They know people are getting married, having kids, and that. So, like, good on them. But that was it did affect me a bit, you know, like with my at the time when I was like, you know, down the most. You know, you wish you just got a phone call at least.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Interesting, bro.
But yeah, I still got some boys out there that reached out and they know who they are. You know,
You got a bit of a journey, but I think you'll be right, bro. You got support around you.
yeah, bro.
You're actually
yeah.
since we started doing this, you've actually gotten a lot better.
Yeah, well, like,
You know?
you would know much. I wasn't even for the first.
You've actually started coming to the pods.
Yeah.
Bro, there was times when Az was doing the
Yeah.
pods on his own, bro.
Yeah.
No, not just that. I reckon one big motivator was, remember when we started at Condo Park?
Yes.
It's me and you.
Yeah.
I remember you seeing the videos, and I think it hit you there, and
Yeah,
as well,
yeah,
you're like,
yeah.
"Fuck!" I wish I was there.
I did some
Yeah.
missions, bro. You know, I did some.
When there was four of us.
Yeah.
Who's that fourth person?
It's G with Salam.
Come on, man.
We still love the fourth one.
He's a good man. Fourth one's a
That's-
good man, bro. He is. He
But
really is.
even with
He's a family
the
man,
whole,
Yeah, that's it. 100%. 100%.
but even with this whole pod stuff, you know, like it could have like yeah, like you know how you want to do your best, but you just can't because physically you can't.
Yeah.
So that was like I even with this stuff, it played on my mind too.
Yeah.
You know, like
100%. Like I said, bro, when you realize that no one's coming to save you, bro, and nothing's meant to be easy. Nothing good
Buddy, I nearly roly-poly down the hill the one time, bro.
Well, you look,
Bro, that's a wake up call.
Yeah.
I had to deadlift you over there.
nothing that's worth it comes without a battle.
Yeah.
You know, that's the truth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%.
You know what do they say? The harder the battle, the sweeter the victory.
Yeah, 100%.
That's it, bro. You know,
But yeah,
it's just
I never like before I was saying, I never used to feel that whole. I never knew what that feeling was. That whole when people used to talk about it. I go, what the hell's that?
yeah,
Because man, I don't know. But when it did come to my mind, I had
Whole mental health thing. These
the mental health thing. Yeah, I'm talking about the mental. Yeah, I didn't really like when it first came in my head. I go, oh, fuck, is this it? But like honestly, it was pretty like
it's intense. You don't know that you're going through a rut or a depressive, a depressed state while you're in that state. You don't realize it. Yeah, you shut people out and you go inside. Like you actually literally go inside.
that's why if you isolate yourself and you just sit there and keep on like pondering on your thoughts,
Yeah.
it's not gonna get better, bro. Like I'll vouch for that. Like picking up the phone or talking to someone, talking to your mates, especially men. Talk to your boys, bro. Trust me. You don't know how much like what they might not even know that you're going through shit,
Yep.
and they'll just make it go away.
Bro, 100%. Like there's a lot of guys out there that you'll never pick it.
No, you're not like.
You've just said your story, bro. I'm going to tell you, I'm an example of that. You wouldn't know. I've got 5 kids. I've got a boy and 4 girls. My middle child, she's 4 years old. She's got autism. So I'm a father of 5 with a child that has autism, and it's a challenge, bro, for a dad because you've got to be that rock. Like my wife goes through it. You know what I mean? I see it. And if I'm gonna sit there and be, that guy, that downer, that I mean, don't worry about what my inner thoughts are. They're my inner thoughts at the end of the day. But I need to be that rock.
100%.
You know what I mean? You got to be strong for everybody else around you because you can't afford to be emotional about it. You can't afford to be, that guy that's oh fuck, what do I do? And oh man, like just looking at yourself, going, oh, but why is why is this and why is that? Nah, bro. You just got to deal with it, bro. It is what it is. I mean, look, to be honest, at the start when the signs were there, my wife would tell me, look, I think she's got autism. And I said, nah, don't worry about it, man. I'm a very positive thinker. I've always got that positive outlook on life. I always look at, life and take the positives out of it. And I say to her, don't worry about it, man. She's fine. Don't worry. She's just a late speaker. It's fine. She says, no, but she's not making eye contact. The signs are there, Yeah. She said, look, I'm going to go get her assessed. I was against her getting assessed, right, at the start. I'm like, nah, but maybe there was a part of me that didn't want to believe it because that's just the way I am, bro. I'm that positive. I just don't want to believe. I don't want to let myself believe that it's, something like that. Then I thought, bro, if it is, then you want to get the treatment. You know what I mean? You don't want to just regret it for the rest of your life. All right, no worries, get her assessed, but no medication. I'm against the whole medication thing. Therapy, yes, but medication, like actual for a child, totally against it. So she got her assessed, comes back, shortly enough, she's on the spectrum, right? So that kind of hit me in a way like, okay, so what do we do here? Like, how's this going to affect my daughter's life? You know what I mean? How's it going to affect the family life? What are we going to do? What are the steps? And at the start, I was in a state where if my wife would talk about it, I would just listen, but I wouldn't respond because what was going to come from me, I didn't know whether it was going to upset her, put her in a bad state, because my thoughts as a father, like you've just been told your child has autism. You don't know what this is. You don't know to what extent the autism is. You don't know if she needs support for the rest of her life. You don't know anything. And then so for me, it was like, I was in a state of like, okay, I'd think about it every day. It'd weigh on my mind every single day, bro. I could not stop thinking about it to the extent where, you know, like, I didn't even want to talk about it to anyone, to be honest. I just wanted to try and get through it. You know, the missus would say, like, we need to do something. Like, what are we going to do? And, you know, we've got to try and get her this therapy and that therapy and that therapy. And I'm trying to find her a speech therapist, but I'm not communicating with my wife about it because I just found that barrier hard to break. You don't want to go and talk to her about it, see your wife break down, have to
100%.
try and, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's a situation where you're, as a man, as a provider, a protector, you don't want to put yourself in that state because you're no good to your family if you're in that state.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you try and avoid the confrontation so that you're scared. You're just scared. I won't lie, bro. I was actually scared for the first time in my life. I was scared to lose that battle with my strong mentality. I was scared to lose that battle with my emotions, and fall into a state where I was no good for my family. Because I know mental health is real, bro.
Yeah.
You know, it's 100% real. There's people that go through it. There's people,
Yeah.
but then after a while, you know, they surprise you a little bit. You know, she starts to read. Like, she knows her letters at 18 months old. Like, things like that. Like, you think, okay, fuck, she's smart. She's very smart, bro. All right, how can you take the positives? You start to build on that. Eventually, what I started to do is, and I recommend this for every man out there who is physically capable, go and train, go to the gym. I started to train. That was my little getaway, you know.
Yeah.
You go there, you find peace in the pain. You go hard, you train, you know, you put yourself through, you know, and it helps, bro. It helps. It keeps you level-minded, keeps you level-headed. And before you know it, like, you know, you're able to have a bit of those conversations. You're able to deal with, you know, certain situations. You know, like, it just, yeah, bro. I just honestly, that helped me a lot. The training part helped me a lot. And yeah, it's just, then you know, you just start to think to yourself, okay, see, my situation is a little bit different to yours because that gave me a reason to live.
Yeah.
It didn't give me a reason to go, fuck this.
Yeah.
You know, my family needs me. My kids need me. It's not just her that needs me. My kids need me. Then you think to yourself, okay, so what am I going to do now? And how am I going to set this up in a way so if I was to, you don't know when your time's up.
Yeah.
So what, I couldn't stop thinking, that was a big thought, a reoccurring thought in my head where, bro, what if I got into a car accident today and I couldn't do anything? I either become a quadriplegic or I die, right? So, you know, what happens to my kids? What happens to my daughter that has autism that needs me?
Yeah.
You know, you can't help think that, you know, it's a reoccurrence in your head. Like, what am I going to do? Then I thought, you know what, bro? Then my faith kicked in as well. You know, faith is a big factor. It plays a big role.
Yeah.
So I started to think to myself, bro, whatever God has written for us is going to unfold no matter what you do.
Yeah.
Right? The only thing is that you've got to make the effort to make it unfold quicker, basically. So you just got to try and push this as far as you can, as much as you can, to get to a situation where, okay, she's able to take care of herself. She, you know what I mean? She
Yeah.
can, you know what I mean?
She's doing
She's doing the right things. And look, thank God, alhamdulillah, she's actually coming good. She's with the therapies that she's going to. Like, I go with her to therapy every week. I take her to therapy every week. So she goes a few times. I take her once a week myself. And alhamdulillah, bro, she's doing good. She's getting better at the communication side of things. Very switched on little girl. But yeah, like honestly, it was a tough walk, bro. It was a very, very tough walk.
for sure.
And you still, like, even till now, like, I still think to myself, she still needs me, of course. These are my kids, bro. They're going to need me for the rest of their life, you know? Like, but I need to teach her, and obviously my wife needs to teach her, and at the same time, I got to be that support for my wife, bro. My wife's
yeah.
got another 4 kids to look after.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not just one child that has, a condition. It's another 4 kids to take care of.
Yeah.
So there's got to be that support. You got to be that rock. You got to be that mental. What do you call it? Like that anchor.
The anchor. Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Especially because it's not something that's happening like to you.
Yeah,
It's
100%.
someone else that you have to be strong for. So obviously, I get what you're saying. Like the anchor, you need to be the anchor for your family. So
100%.
you know, like
yeah,
yeah.
100%. It was look. I've never said this before. Like I went inside my thoughts, bro, and I trust me, it's not a great place. Like
It's not,
it
man.
really isn't. It's not a great place to be confronted with the reality of certain things, especially when it's got to do with your kids.
Yeah.
You know, as a father, especially a little girl.
Yeah.
You know, if it was a boy, you think, okay,
Princess,
bro,
man,
boys
you
land
know?
on their
Yeah,
feet.
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
girls need their dad. I feel like I need to. You know what I mean? I can't explain it, bro.
Yeah.
Like girls belong under your wing, bro.
100%, bro.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's yeah.
Well, I
it's-
see it with my dad. You know, the way that he treats his daughters to the way he treats his sons. You know, it's just different.
You just you go through it, bro. You go through it and you go through it in silence. You don't want to open up, especially to your like. I feel bad saying this, like, because you should sometimes when you go through something, you should be able to talk to your wife. But that's something. It's a conflict of interest. It's to do with our daughter. So I'm down here. I'm in my head. I'm in these thoughts. I'm not gonna reach out and grab my wife and pull it down
with
me.
you, yeah.
I'm not gonna do that. I have to show that image where no, I've got my arm extended to you and I'm pulling you up. But really, bro, I'll be honest, man. I it's probably the first time she'll probably hear me say this, bro. But I was in a fucked up situation, bro. Like I'd think about it every day, you know, and I would avoid conversations with my wife, and she would think, "Why aren't you interested?" You know. But it's like, bro, if I showed you how interested I was, I think it's gonna put you in a worse situation.
Yeah.
So it was like out of protecting my wife as well, you know.
Yeah.
So it's hard, man. It's the instinct. It's that maternal instinct as a man. The man's instinct is different to the woman's.
Yeah.
It's completely
Bro,
different.
mental health and all of this stuff is no joke, bro.
100%, bro.
no joke.
We react out of protection.
Yeah.
That's the first reaction.
Yeah.
You are instantly in a state where you're gonna shield everyone you're
Yeah.
meant to be protecting.
Yeah.
And however that comes out, well, it all depends on you and who you are. For me, it came out in silence, bro. I just had to try and keep it.
Together.
I had to stay calm so that energy rubs off on the rest of my family.
Did you isolate yourself or you around friends?
Look, I'm always around friends at work. You know, that helps a lot. I don't really talk about it to my friends, but I'm always around good friends at work, bro. My workmates are my mates as well. You know what I mean? So that helps me a lot. My brothers, I'm close with my brothers. You know what I mean? It helped a lot. The thing that helped the most, in all honesty, it was training. It was the gym. I found peace when I'd go and have that breather away from everything, concentrate on, I don't know, it probably lets out some type of hormone, some endorphins. I don't know.
It does.
You know, so that put me in a state where I felt a little bit better.
Yeah.
You know, it gave me a purpose. And that's, you know, that's basically it, bro. Like, you know, now we're in a better situation right now. I mean,
That's good, bro.
yeah.
How's your daughter? She's
She's good, bro. She's
That's
very good.
good.
She's making good progress. You know,
That's
like
awesome.
you know, it's like at the end of the day, it's all in the hands of God, bro. Like God's gonna. This is when you surrender it. When you surrender like that to God and say, okay, whatever He has written for us and what He wants out of us is gonna happen. It's gonna unfold. You've just got to be the right person. You just got to do the right things.
Yeah.
You can't be lazy. You can't sit back and expect it to come. You got to work for it too. You know, you got to start
That's-
taking steps towards
100%.
towards that.
I agree
You
with
know,
that.
the harder you work, the better the reward is. This is how God works. That's in my opinion. You know what I mean? So I just believe that's just, you know, at the end of the day, there's a greater power out there, and that is one thing that helps so much with your mental state when you
It
actually
grounds you.
100%. It
100%.
puts things in
Grounds,
perspective because you look around the world and then you see kids that can't even eat, bro. Like, okay, my daughter's got autism, but she can eat. She's eating every day. You know?
A bed to sleep
She's
on.
got a bed to sleep
a
on.
roof over her head.
Roof over her head. Exactly, bro.
Transport.
She's got parents,
2 parents
Yeah.
you know?
that love her.
100%.
Just that love
Some
from
kids,
parents.
Some
bro.
kids out there.
When you talk about that, bro, it's crazy. You know, it's very different. With my other 4 kids, it's very different. Because she couldn't communicate properly, the love you feel from her, it's a different kind of love. It's you feel it. She makes you actually feel it rather than her saying it.
Say
Like,
it.
you know, your kids would tell you they love you. She couldn't say that before. But the
She
way
showed
she
you.
acts, she would tell you without telling you, bro. It's like,
So special.
it's very special. You know what I mean? It's very, very different. And those are the small things, bro. It's very hard to explain, but small things like that, you look and they give you purpose.
Yeah.
They think that you look at that and you go, okay, I've never felt this before. This is different. You know,
Yeah.
I've got 4 other kids, but this is different. You know, like it's
Good on you, bro. That's a good, like, even though you're going through you were down at times, but you still kept it together.
You got to keep it together,
Yeah.
bro.
And
It's very
it's-
important. Like I don't know how deep down I was, but all I know is like I used my situation. I used God. I used, you know, going to the gym. I did a lot of things without realizing it pulled me out of it.
Yeah.
Without realizing it. Like the reason why I went to the gym was during COVID, bro. I got a bit lazy, was working from home. I was playing with my eldest daughter. I was running around 5 minutes, bro. I was gassed.
Yeah.
She wanted to keep playing. I couldn't continue to play with her. I'm like, fuck, what am I doing, bro?
Yeah.
How am I going to kick a ball around in the park with my kids when they get older if I can't even play for 5 minutes inside the house? So I started to train. I changed my life then. But when I started to train, things started to come together slowly, you know? So
Yeah, and like that, I can
You know what I
relate
mean?
to
It's-
something like that. You know, like even just the little changes. I was a bit stubborn, but just the little changes like helped me. I could have been still laying in that bed, bro.
yeah.
But like when things like this start to pop in your head, I know like a lot of people might have it harder than me. Like I'm not even harder than me, but I can vouch for that. You know, like get up
Yeah.
and do something. Like
Yeah.
you gotta take it if whether it be health. For me, it was health. So nothing was going to happen if I just kept on lying there, because I thought, you know what, I'll lie here. Either I go or it's gonna go away. That's what I used to think, bro.
Well, you're just gonna get up one day, do
Bro,
okay, like somersaults.
Yeah, bro, because I used to get bad guilt back in the day, and when I was thinking, because I used to drink a lot,
Yeah.
bro. Man, I'll tell you, bro, I was jumping off trucks, bro. Like I was playing footy as well. I was doing, and when you think like that, it was bad thinking that at the time.
Yeah.
I thought, bro, that's me back when I was in my 20s. I'm getting close. At the time, I was in my 30s now. And I was still thinking, nah, I can still do this, do that. And didn't know I was actually like, buddy, you see me work, buddy. I was...
I did. I worked with you. You weren't like that. You actually hard worker.
I was a hard worker, bro, but you even seen me, bro. I used to park the forklift nearly inside the toilet, bro. If I could, I'll do it. Because that's how much I was stunned.
And you know what I used to do? As soon as you used to go to the toilet, I used to get the forklift and park it all the way on the other end.
Bro, you should just tell Portaloo on the forklift.
I should have just changed the chair into the toilet.
The best used to be when we'll all go get burgers and it'll be like mad lunch. Be like, no, you brother, sorry, bro. I'll give him a John West tuna can. I'll be like, that's your lunch today, bro.
Yeah.
But see, bro, again, like I wasn't gonna fall into that if I just listened to people around me, man. Like, you know, like I was already starting to go into that kind of state, but like, you know, I kind of kept on pushing it into the point that I
Yeah.
couldn't get out.
Bro,
Like,
look,
lucky I got out,
at
but
the end of the day, bro, it's never too late. Like, look,
Yeah, it's
you're,
never.
you're in a situation now. It's starting to get. You're in reverse now. So you've been to the worst stage of it, where you
Yeah.
couldn't move. You're bedridden.
Yeah.
Now you're starting to get out and about. I believe you went for a trip last week or whatever.
Yeah, I went to Melbourne. Yeah,
Yeah, there you go. See, I mean,
How was that?
you wouldn't been able to do that 6 months ago.
How was that?
it's good, man. It's a lot of worries, man.
Yeah, but you you wouldn't have been able to do that 6 months ago.
Bro, I couldn't listen. I couldn't even come to my mate's house,
So progress, bro. That's it.
let alone go to there. So it's progress. It is.
Now it's consistency.
Yeah.
Now you got to stick to it. You can't even deviate until you're 100% better. You know, we're here for you, bro. We can help you.
Just like a brother that was on this pod before. Fuck motivation.
Discipline,
discipline.
is
Yeah.
everything.
Shout out
100%.
Cass.
Shout
Love
out
ya.
Cass, bro. We love you, brother.
But look, we've got some stuff here. Mental health tips for men. Look, pretty much what you guys are talking about. Building social connections.
Yep.
Engage in a hobby. Having a hobby you enjoy can also support your mental well-being. Get regular exercise. Nourish your body. I don't know about the last one. I'm not even going to say it. What do you reckon?
What's the last one?
Consider counseling.
I think
I
don't know.
when
I don't know. I can't.
Look, I think that-
Maybe
that's,
to some people,
bro.
but
Look, some people that don't have mates around them, they
Yeah.
need to talk to someone.
Yeah, fair enough.
You know,
Fair
that's
enough.
when counselling comes in. And people are in a state of mind where if your brother tells you something or your mate tells you something, and you go, fuck, you don't know what you're talking about, whatever, bro. When someone has the title of counsellor, you're gonna listen to them.
Yeah,
know what I mean?
fair enough.
fair enough.
So
yeah.
it's really it's your state of mind, what you know.
yeah.
See, look, that's that stigma you're talking about. Look at there. Look, get treatment. You may be reluctant to admit you need treatment. Don't isolate yourself.
Buddy.
Don't equate yourself with your illness. Join a support group. I do feel for a lot of guys out there these days. There's a lot of lonely men.
Yeah.
Lonely men. It's a problem. It's depressing. And I'm not saying lonely like you have to go get married to a girl. Like
No.
just lonely with like they don't even have
Some
friends.
few boys, you know.
You actually feel bad for some people out there that
Bro,
they
there's
have
a-
no one.
There's,
Like,
there's a lot of guys out there that
but there's
it's
a
their own doing, yeah.
it is, but it's society as well because
Because you got the whole online thing, you got the gaming
online
world.
and then like some guys struggle to fit into a group. Like you look at a person these days, guys, they'll go work, go back home to no one, get up again because no one cares about them. That's the truth.
Yeah, that's true, bro.
You know what I mean? And it is what it is. But I'm saying like go back, go to work, try making friends at work, doesn't work. You have no social life. Maybe girls don't want you because you're not that type of person. You're lacking confidence now. You know what I mean? And that just keeps going down and down and down. Just imagine that cycle. Wake up, go to work, come back, come home to no one, microwave of food, Uber Eats, get back to work, come back. There's no one. It's a very lonely life. A lot of
It
guys
is,
are
but
living
you
that
know what,
life,
bro.
man.
Get up, go to the gym.
I'm with you, but some of these guys
Go to
need
the gym,
a
bro.
support group. Some of these guys need brothers around
That
them.
bench is not the girl that's going to reject you. It's not the group of mates that you're not going to fit into. That bench is there. You're with yourself. You're with your thoughts, and you're challenging yourself at all times. You learn a lot about yourself when you challenge yourself. You
is,
really
man.
do,
I
bro.
just-
When you push yourself to those limits, bro, I'm telling you, like when I said you find peace in the pain, you actually fucking find peace in the pain, bro.
100%,
You
but
really do, bro.
But sometimes those type of people need people around them to push them in a certain direction. They're so
Yeah.
far in that hole. It's like even
That's
if
it,
they
they're
want to
in that
reach
rut.
out, they can't see anyone.
They're in that rut. That's
Yeah.
it. They're in
And
that
it's
cycle.
a sad circle, man.
It is.
And
They're
I
in-
actually feel sorry for guys. That's why men on top. Look at this mental health of Aussie blokes. Currently in Australia, 1 in 8 men will experience depression, 1 in 5 will experience anxiety, and 6 men a day will die by suicide.
That's a
That's
big number, bro.
That's a very big number. 6 men a day.
6 a day.
Imagine we go to work and every day we see six of the boys that we work with going.
Bro.
That's crazy.
But that's 42 men a week.
42 men a week, man.
Times 52, bro. What's that?
But what do you
Calculate
think-
that.
what
How
do
many
you-
a year?
What do you think is the problem, but
42 men a week. So you're at about 200 a month. 200 a month times 12, 2,400 a year.
That's insane.
2,400 a year
That's insane.
committing suicide.
That's
It's very sad, man.
That's not.
I feel honestly, any guy that's suffering,
Reach out, man.
reach out to a boy like a brother, a guy, or someone that you might like.
Reach out
Don't
to
be
us,
shy,
man. Far out.
guys. Reach out to
Yeah,
us,
reach out.
If we can help, we can help, bro. We've been
guys.
through.
Come kick back and do some reactions with us. I'm all for guys being lifted up. I am
100%.
I'm all for seeing the brothers do good. I'm
Bro,
not the type that's gonna hate someone making money. I actually feel happy when a mate of mine is doing very good. I get happy for him.
You're not built to be a lone wolf. Yeah, we just heard this quote before.
Yeah.
You're not built to be a lone wolf. Wolves, there's no such thing as a lone wolf, bro. They travel in packs.
100%.
You know a lot about wolves, bro.
Wolves are probably the best type of animal to have
Relate.
100% to relate to or have an example in your life.
Yeah.
Because
When we started
if
this
you look
pod,
at if you look at how alpha males and wolves, but if you look at how alpha males like and wolves work, they're not like your other pack, like lions. They'll tear each other apart to get that. If an alpha male wolf passes away, they all come to agreement. They'll mourn for the alpha male, but they'll all come to an agreement to who becomes the next alpha. There's no they start attacking each
They
other.
choose their next leader.
They choose their next leader
Did I-
and they back them up 100%. A wolf pack
oh yes,
of
the
males
leader. Yes. Sorry.
is what you should have as like that is true
Yes.
brotherhood.
100%.
Yeah,
and you
I
know
get
what?
it now,
A
yeah.
wolf, when he has a partner,
Yeah.
that's the same partner. That's it. They
Seriously?
imprint on each other, and that's it. Isn't that
I don't
right?
agree with that. No, I'm joking.
But that's the truth, yeah?
It is. No, I think that's penguins.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think penguins are like that. But also the males look after the eggs.
Oh, my
so I don't know about that. No, but I'm saying I go like wolves for like a brotherhood. Let's just take the mating and that out of the way. As a brotherhood, people should look at themselves as a wolf pack. Not this wolves in sheep clothing, all this shit. No. Like wolves are very honorable, very majestic animals. If you see the way they operate, if male human beings can operate like that with each other,
Yeah.
sky's the limit.
But men are meant to be tribal, yeah? By nature, they're tribal. They're tribal by nature. You go look at the history of mankind. They're tribal by nature.
Bro, everything you do, even entertainment, right? If you're with your group, group of your mates, it's just more fun. If you're gonna go for a drive, you're not gonna go for a drive by yourself. It's more fun with a group of guys.
100%.
It's more fun going out and let's just say talking to girls just to have a laugh. Nothing else. Like just everything becomes more entertaining, more funny.
Yeah.
You stress less.
Yeah.
You got each other. You could probably open up with each other a little bit. Because look, honestly, man, a man's like the problems that men go through, only men can fix that are true to you. That's the truth.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying girls can't support you and all that shit, but there's certain things that women can't help with. Like, doesn't matter if she's your wife or not. She cannot help you. That's the truth.
It's because it's an emotional battle, but it's not that type of it's a mental battle, not an emotional battle.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
I think they can be there emotionally.
It's very
but
different.
not
Yeah, they can
mental.
be there for emotional support.
Emotional support.
100%, bro.
Yeah.
Nothing is better than a woman for emotional support.
Yeah, 100%.
100%, bro. And credit where it's due. You know, women have big value when it comes to grounding men, right?
100%, yeah.
However, the mental battle is there, and only other men can help with that mental battle because only other men can relate to that mental battle.
Exactly, yeah.
They can understand your train of thought.
Yeah.
Whereas when you speak to your missus, for example, or your auntie or your mum or whatever, they won't understand the train of thought and how you've got here or whatever. They'll understand, okay, you're here and you need the help.
It's just love.
It doesn't work like that.
It's just soften your problem up with love.
Yeah.
That's right.
But you're not actually fixing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, like if you go to your dad or your
Yep.
a male role model, brother, good mate,
100%.
he's going to tell you, wake up, get out of that situation.
Yeah,
Like, it's all good. I love you, bro. But if you don't get out of it, you're going to be left behind and we're all going to go forward. Like, get
100%.
out of that hole
Yeah.
now.
100%.
Like, there's no buttering up. There's no, you refuse if you really care about your mate you refuse to be nice and butter up and go, no, it's okay, you're still a 10. No. You look like shit, get up. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, I can show you a group we're in now, bro.
Bo, I've got this little video I just want to see. It's going to go for like 2-3 minutes. What do you reckon? Richie, you want to get here? We'll probably just see it. What do you reckon? Do you want to see it?
Yeah.
And I know SG's got something for us. We want to see what it is. He wants to probably read it out.
Who's going to read it? No,
Bros,
you can read it out.
you want to come around?
You can read it out. I'll explain. If you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
You just want to hear this?
Once you become fearless, life becomes limitless. I'm not afraid of anything. I should be dead by now. I've been run over by a charging buffalo. Got up, chased it down, killed it. Killed a Kodiak bear with a knife. You can't kill me. I believe that with all my heart. You can't kill me. And of course, the people that I've talked about, Andrew Carnegie, Henry Ford, Rockefeller, Steve Jobs, they're all tough. Snowflakes melt under pressure. In 1986, the average man's handshake pressure was 118 pounds. 2016, 96 pounds. Testosterone
That's true,
levels
Bart.
in sperm counts tested 50 years ago, and today they're producing 60 to 70% the amount of testosterone levels in sperm counts as they did. We're dying out. They're deathly afraid of everything. Everybody's scared to death of what might happen, and so they want to come across as your friend. It's like my snowflake test. You know, the first question, paraphrasing it, what would you do if somebody spit in your wife's face? And the answers range from, well, I try to ascertain what kind of day he was having.
What?
And if he had a bad day, I try to be understanding. I'd be in prison for murder. I would beat the guy to death.
Is that what we need today? Everybody?
No, I'm not saying that's me though.
Okay.
But I am advocating that the guys act like they had a pair. There's never an easy time to make a hard decision. Never. But what you have to be able to do is pull the trigger, take action. And reading books and listening to podcasts is not taking action. It's just another form of procrastination. The main differentiation between the high performance people is they believe in the extraordinary. Remember yesterday I said you're never going to exceed your highest and wildest expectation. For those of you that want to be a millionaire, you're never going to make 10 million. For those of you that want to be 10 million, you're never going to make 100 million. For those of you that want to make 100 million, you're never going to be a billionaire. Because psychologically, see, your subconscious doesn't know you're full of. Your subconscious starts to slow down. When you get, let's use the 100 million number, at 75, 79, 82, 89, 91, and then you're asleep at 96 million. And you may stumble over the goal at 100 million by accident. I have 3 regrets in life. 1, I'm a combat-trained Army officer who never saw combat. 2, the night before my mother died, I told her, God damn it, you're not gonna die, quit f***ing around. She's dead in the morning. And the 3rd, I didn't set my goals high enough. Jack Welch said it much better than I. There's no such thing as work-life balance. There are work-life choices, and you make them, and they have consequences. There are consequences that I didn't go to our daughter's sweet 16 birthday party. There are consequences. But are they greater than the consequences of you being dirt broke when you die? You ask yourself that. Would you rather make a choice between your daughter's 16th birthday or you being flat broke, huddled up in a corner, homeless, whenever your time comes? You tell me. But conventional wisdom, political correctness, has it all backwards. You're a bad person because you missed your birthday, right? You're a bad person because you celebrated Christmas in January, right? Horse. And the pundits that give you this horse are poor themselves. Next, you've got to get by your friends. Show me your friends and I'll show you your future, right? You're hanging out the pub, belching and farting. Those people that you're going to the sports bars, those are your friends. Then there's just general pessimists. Then there's your own guilt. Do I deserve to be wealthy beyond measure? Then there's fear, false expectations appearing real. And then there's this plain society that wants to hold you down. Strange times are these in which we live when the old and the young are taught falsehoods in school. And the person that does tell the truth is called a lunatic and a fool. But John Lennon said it a little differently. Being honest may not get you many friends, but it will always get you the right ones. And what I want you to do from this point forward, no matter if you hated what I said or the way I said it, is choose carefully the people that you associate with. Warren, back when he used to send out tweets, Buffett that is, you will continue to suffer if you have an emotional reaction to everything that is said to you. True power is sitting back and observing things with logic, and power is restraint. True power is restraint. If words control you, that means everyone else can control you. Breathe, let things pass.
What do you reckon of that, bro?
It's very interesting.
You reckon that plays a part in depression, mental health, and that? If you have a mindset like that, that was the whole point that I bring that up.
That's a motivational video.
Yeah, motivational video.
Right.
Like if someone can hear that, money, whatever it is, like a motivation, you're telling me that's not gonna pump you up? Like what he was saying?
Yeah,
like
of course.
What he was saying was like that plays a part with
100%.
you know your well-being, your mental health.
You got to be a doer.
100%.
Listening to stuff like that, if you're in a bad mental state and you're listening to stuff like that, and all you're doing is listening to stuff like that, is going to make you want without action. It may be a bad thing. It may not be a good thing. You have to be a doer. You have to take that advice and use it. You can't be lazy. And the thing about people with mental health issues, they come across as lazy because you know what? Fuck the world. I don't care about nothing.
Yeah.
I'm in a situation, bro.
If they get these
no
type
one's
of-
coming to save me, you know, oh fuck, I need help, bro.
So I'm just saying, like, not just watching the video.
I'm just
Like,
gonna
I'm
lay down
saying-
in bed today.
No, but I'm saying not just watching the video. Let's say I'm depressed. I'm saying FTW, fuck the world and all that shit. You come up and you say how the language that this guy's speaking in to me face to face. Like there's no but, like it's just straight,
Yep.
ruthless
Straight,
words, blunt words to wake up. You know what I mean? I think that plays a positive.
It depends on what
effect.
the person's going through as well, bro.
Fair enough.
It does. I believe it depends on what the person is going through. It's just it's very difficult. Every case is different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every case is different. I'm telling you. Like Richie's case is very different to my case.
Yeah.
Same train of thought at some point,
Yeah.
but it's a very different case.
It's a very different case, but if he's down and you're down in your situation,
Yep.
you guys are kind of on the same level when you're down.
Yes.
And for me to pull him up is going to be the same way I want to talk to you to pull yourself up as well. Because I might say, listen, you want to make a family. You want to get up and work and be how you used to be. Get the fuck up.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, listen, bro, you've got other kids and you got a missus that are relying on you. You got to fucking get the fuck up and be strong.
Yeah.
What's the matter with you? But I'm still saying
The same. Yeah.
the same type of words to you.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean? If you guys go into that hole. Guys, I've got SG here. Buzz, he's got a few things to tell us. SG, would you like to tell us what this is, bro?
All right, so what I
since
did
we're
when-
talking about mental health and that,
We spoke about mental health back in October, I believe. We said we were going to do one on mental health and then kind of got sidetracked by what was happening in the world and stuff like that. And I put something together. I put a few. These are some men's inner thoughts. They're not limited to all. I mean, it's not. It's some of their thoughts. Some of the things that men, how they think. It just gives you their train of thought and how they think about situations when they're in a situation. And it's pretty. Some of it is pretty intense. I mean, this is how some guys view life, basically.
let's see if we can relate to
And
it.
it's from their point of view, you know what I mean? So the first one is you feel like you can't speak to anybody.
What do you reckon?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
You feel like
Yeah.
no one's going to understand.
There's
No one's
times
no one's gonna understand what I'm going through.
For me, the way I relate to that is I don't know anybody at the time with that has any father that has a child with autism?
Yeah, like there's a point in your life where you do feel
right.
like that as a guy.
Yep.
You do.
For example, yeah, that was my situation. Anyway, you look through your contacts and think, why would I burden somebody else with my problems?
Yeah, bro. I agree with that one.
It really only matters how much money you make and not the love and comfort you give to your own kids. Now, that one, if you think about it, for you as a protector and a provider, you as a man, this is your thoughts. This is how you feel about when you want to go and buy something for your children. Yeah, that's what matters for you.
Yeah.
You're going to show them the love. The love's always going to be there regardless, whether you don't or you do, right? But it only matters, like when a kid, when do you see them the most happy? When you walk in the door and you got something for them.
Yeah.
You know, they jump up and down. They're
Yeah.
kids. They don't understand,
They run to
right?
the door, yeah.
As they get older, they won't remember those things. They'll remember the cuddles, the hugs,
Yeah.
the good times, the sentimental stuff. But in the moment, as a man, that's what matters, bro. That's the truth.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean? Do you?
I agree with you, bro.
Being a man is waking up feeling like you're absolutely worthless, but you still have to keep going for the people around you.
I agree with that.
100% I agree.
So, you know, being a man, your only sole purpose is to provide and protect. This is how men feel, yeah?
Yeah.
This is how a lot
Provide,
of men feel.
protect, lead.
Being a man, your mental health does not matter.
No, it doesn't.
No.
It doesn't, bro.
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
That's the truth. That's, for me,
Yeah, you're right.
my mental health doesn't matter, bro. I had a situation where I had to make sure my family was okay before my mental health. Fuck my mental health. I've got a responsibility here. You know what I mean? This is more important than me, myself.
I guess that's the luxury that we don't have as a man.
100%.
That's
That's what
just,
men,
it is what it is.
You know?
Yeah. I agree with that.
It doesn't matter how you feel being a man because you're a man and you'll be fine, right?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I'll let you read this one.
And a man who can lift a small vehicle off an injured person using only his strength is the same man who is unable to pick up his own mind off the floor. Very true, bro. Very true.
So when a man goes into a rut like that, you know, men are physically strong.
Yeah.
Their adrenaline, they're stronger.
Yeah.
But the truth is when they go into that rut and they fall down, it's very hard to pick yourself back up.
100%, bro.
100%.
You know?
Very
That's the truth. Being a man is a lot of things. Expectations without question. Do you believe that?
Yeah, of
Do you
course.
agree with that?
Of course, there's a certain expectation that
Yeah.
men need to have.
It's difficult being a man sometimes, and it's also difficult having to live inside your head.
Wow.
That's a good one.
Guys, to all the men out there, I'm proud of you. Just
100%.
keep doing what you're doing, boys. Honestly, and reach out. If you need people to talk to, just reach out.
Guys, reach out to us. Email, message us on the comment. We're more than happy to just have even just a chat. Come by, hang out with us. We're all for the brothers.
100%. That concludes it. Yeah.
That was nice, man.
That was nice, man.
That was actually
That was
very,
actually
very
a
nice.
good- yeah.
That was amazing,
There's
bro.
a lot more things you can add to that. There's a lot of men out there that can add to that, but these are some things that just came to mind. You know,
This is a
like,
very base platform of generally men. I think it's very
100%.
good, yeah.
Yeah.
I think every man can relate to that.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Yeah, bro. It was very nice.
Everything you said, like, it was spot on. Like, someone is going through that,
it's
you
just
know?
the way it is, bro. It's
Yeah.
another day in a man's life. You wake up, it's just another day, bro. That's it. You just got to get on with it, bro. Just get on with life. It is what it is. That's just how it is. That's how men operate. That's how the men deal with things. And, you know, sometimes they might fall, but that's what their brothers are for. That's why it's important to have brothers around you.
The wolf pack.
It's
100%.
It's very important to have those brothers around you because that's what they're there for.
My man.
What's that, bro? Where's the handshake, bro? Give us a hug. We need the hugs, bro.
I love you. We'll call it, yeah?
Yeah,
Guys, Subscribe, like, comment. Give us what your thoughts are.
And remember, guys, men on top.
Man on top always, guys.
Always, guys.
Bye-bye, bye-bye.